In every beautiful space, there's a story of vision, creativity, and community. This is the story of the Interior Designers and Decorators Ghana, a story of foundations laid by pioneers and futures shaped by generations to come. This is our legacy. This is IDDG.
I'm Delilah Mercer, an interior designer with over 30 years experience in Ghana. I'm the founder and first president of IDDG, the Interior Designers and Decorators Ghana. It was around 2017 when I just paid a visit to Michael Edumwa on my usual visits to architects. And we started talking about how to galvanize ourselves as interior designers, into a group. So I contacted the chairperson of IDDA, which was the original group that was formed in 1991.
Early in the 90s somewhere, we realized there were a lot of us, people doing all kinds of decorations, window dressings. We found out that we didn't have an association or anybody that speak to our cause. So Mrs. Wendy Asmeni had the idea of organizing us and for us to join in association form, to have one voice to speak, especially to the government institutions, for them to know that we exist, and also have our profession very well known to the public.
So we had a meeting with the executives of that group, and they handed over the baton to us. That was when I went and registered IDDG, Interior Designers and Decorators Ghana. And that was registered on the 28th of June 2018. And that was the beginning of it. It was to just continue where IDDA had left off, because there was really no group. There was nobody to bring people together into a group, to form so that we could be unified in order to lobby, in order to progress, in order to do some marketing, and tell the whole world that there are interior designers and decorators in Ghana. They are here. This is what they do.
With bold steps and unwavering commitment, these pioneers laid the groundwork for what would become the official home of interior design in Ghana.
I think it was, people were a bit skeptical at the beginning, of joining such a group, because some people had joined other groups and it didn't work or things like that, and they didn't think, But after a while, they realized that there was a need, to come together, because individually you can't do anything, but in a group together, you can do wonders.
Other challenges were people wanted to know what incentives they were going to get. And at the beginning, we didn't quite know the real honest benefit from joining IDDG, except maybe you get a name tag, you get a t-shirt, and you get exclusive. We started, it took us a while to get to the point where some of our suppliers were giving us discounts as IDDG members. But initially, a lot of people didn't see the point in joining because there was no real benefit.
Through transitions, new leadership brought fresh energy expanding the association's influence and relevance in Ghana's creative economy.
I think it was at the first anniversary, because the attendance was good, the members were all there, and visitors were there. The place was full, although it was a small auditorium. It was full, people were standing there.
I guess when we had events and meetings and we saw a lot of people attend, I think the breaking point would have been the big events we had at La Villa Boutique, where we had the media come. And I was not part of the planning committee, so when I showed up, I was surprised that all these people were there, and I think there was a minister. I'm like, wow, we actually got a minister to come on board. This is pretty big now. So that's when it felt really real and official for me.
Well, despite the challenges, at a point we saw that people were eager for us to succeed, to the point that we were able to organize an exhibition, and to our surprise, it was a very, very successful exhibition. From that time, people were very, very eager for us to succeed.
I had no doubt from the very beginning. Of course, it had to work, and it's working.
So my name is Grace Krobo-Edusei. I am an interior designer and decorator as well. My journey with IDDG started probably maybe 2016, 2017. I'm not really sure now, but I know that we got formalized in 2018. One big achievement for us is when we were able to become the go-to. We had higher tertiary institutions collaborating with us, because that's very important. We had those collaborations, and we were able to start to have a voice to speak to them about their curriculum and how we could improve whatever they were doing as well. And also having those sessions, we had those sessions with them where we could then improve whatever they were learning practically.
I think being able to sign some of the major interior designers and architects and other related designers in Ghana, being able to sign on the suppliers. We have a lot of the major suppliers in Ghana when it comes to furniture, sanitary ware, building materials and stuff. As members of IDDG, they do have events in their showrooms that they invite us, or we collaborate with them sometimes on events. I think it's really major now. So I think that's a huge, huge success. It's a win for everybody because they win and we win as well.
My advice for the current executives and upcoming leadership, I would say that I want you to continue to develop yourselves, keep growing, using everything. We have so much at our disposal: technology, collaboration, develop your leadership skills. I think that's very important. I think that if we're intentional about growing ourselves, we'll be able to grow other people as well.
I think leadership, each and every administration, and we're only on our fourth, it is early years, has been really good at building upon what the previous administration has done. And I would say, let's just continue to build the association and build the industry in a way that is appropriate to us, appropriate to Ghana, and takes care of our needs.
Don't be deterred by what you are unable to accomplish, or don't be disappointed, or don't be let down by what you are unable to accomplish. 2, as you run the organization, build up others to take over from you. So identify strong leaders in various pockets who have a passion for the organization and can move in after you've left and keep the growth going. And as much as you can, raise money.
The advice I have for the IDD leadership right now is, keep doing what you're doing. You're on a great path. I personally think that it can only go up from here. So I encourage, more of what you're doing, involving the youth, involving institutions that train these youth, involving professional partners. All of these are key. And, we need to be able to continue cultivating the community that will sustain the profession. And with AI obviously in the midst, it's important for people to be able to direct where this is going. So I think the leadership is on track.
Interested in winning a TV stand. The winner is Samson.
As we unveil this special documentary, Foundations and Futures, celebrating design legacy, I stand both honored and humbled to lead the Interior Designers and Decorators Ghana, IDDG, at this remarkable milestone of 7 years of design excellence in Ghana. This moment is not ours alone. It is built on the vision and courage of our founding fathers and mothers, who laid a strong foundation for what we proudly continue today. To all the past executives who took up the mantle over the years, your dedication has shaped IDDG into a respected voice for interior designers and decorators across the country. As we celebrate this anniversary, I reaffirm my commitment to the vision of IDDG to grow a thriving professional and unified interior design community that elevates the value of design in Ghana and beyond. To every member, past and present, your contribution matters. To the future generation of designers, this legacy is yours to build upon. Happy 7th anniversary to us all. Hashtag IDDG at 7.
Design Week. I think Design Week is exciting because you're going to see, once that is done well, you're going to see a certain consistency, and you're also going in just the interior design environment and design environment as a whole, and better branding of interior design in Ghana. You're also going to see a lot more interest in the interior design environment. You see greater collaboration, especially because with this event you're collaborating with fashion designers as well. So I'm excited about the next 5 years because I see IDDG being a well-established brand. I dare say a better established brand than the other professional bodies, and I'm excited about that.
Well, we are looking forward to standardizing all the gaps that we have in the education space. We are going to have a certification product for IDDG, making sure that all the students who come out are up to scratch, and that when you have the IDDG label and you go into a client's house, the client is sure of getting the IDDG level of service they are paying for.
What excites me most is the promise of growth for the younger generation to reimagine African design through their own expression.
I foresee or envisioned the core part of IDDG's activism being, allowing the youth to really play a role, right? And I think it's all about resources. It's all about also making sure that, you know, there are activities available, because we are in Ghana, and the context is there's a lot of people that are unemployed, a lot of youth. I hope that the institution, as it stands now, evolve into becoming an actual training and certification institution that validates all these professionals who are going to school to get, you know, the necessary education that they need, but then need the accreditation they need to be able to work across the world. So I hope that IDG, you know, in the next 10 years becomes an institution, an educational one, and a training one, and a certification one.